amigos, buenas noches. Luciano Duarte nuevamente con ustedes para presentarles el siguiente programa de su serie, programa Serenata Nocturna, una serenata para usted con música grabada. Esperando que el programa del día de hoy reciba la completa aprobación de todos y cada uno de nuestros amables radioyentes.
That endearing velvet voice continues to live in the memories of several generations of South Texans, as it belongs to the Tejano Music Lifetime Achievement Hall of Fame honoree, Luciano Duarte. For over 3 decades, his program, Serenata Nocturna, brought the best music Mexico and Latin America had to offer, establishing a quality foothold in Spanish-language programming that would lay the foundation for Tejano music. Luciano Duarte was born in Kyle, Texas on January 7, 1922, to immigrant parents from Mexico, Pedro Duarte and Julia Cervantes de Duarte. The third eldest son of a family of 6, which includes 4 brothers, Pablo Bernardo, Isidro, Hilario, and Martín, and a sister, Margarita. At the age of 2, his family moved to Laredo, and Laredo has been blessed with his talents and energy ever since. As a young boy, he began his broadcast career in 1936 at the age of 14 at KPAB Radio as a control operator. This radio station was located in the Hamilton Hotel in downtown Laredo, and later this radio station changed its call letters to KVOZ 1490. In the early years, Luciano was exposed to live radio, which featured local groups performing popular romantic Spanish songs on Sunday afternoon. A talented musician himself, Luciano recalls that the radio station always had a piano, which was used to accompany solo artists interpreting the latest songs, performed live as part of their weekly Sunday Spanish programming. While working at KVOZ, now as a radio host, he joined Rafael and Pepe Villarreal and formed El Trío Fanfarrón Tamaulipeco, a group which performed in Monterrey and gained fame in Ciudad Victoria and throughout northern Mexico. The trio was even contracted to perform in Cuba. However, the year 1942 brought Uncle Sam and World War II calling on young Luciano. He survived World War II participating in the bloody Boer River Crossing and the Belgian Bulge campaigns, for which he received a star for meritorious service engaging in bloody combat against the German Nazis. After having served in the European Theater of Operations with the 84th Infantry Division as a rifleman in F Company, he returned in 1945 and was granted his old job back at KPAB Radio as a radio host. Shortly afterwards, he met the love of his life, Consuelo Martinez, and married her in 1946. They had a son, Pedro Duarte, named after Luciano's father. In 1948, Luciano continued as a radio host, no longer at KPAB, which closed down in 1948, but at the news station whose call letters were now KVOZ 1490 AM. He hosted the live program Ramillete Musical on radio, and at the same time entered the early world of television, hosting a live television amateur hour on KHAD Television, which later became KGNS Television 8. Through the 50s, he was provided many opportunities to interview top Mexican television, film, and recording artists, such as Pedro Vargas, Lola Beltrán, María Victoria, Tony Aguilar, Flor Silvestre, El Trío Los Panchos, and many, many more featured artists as part of the League of United Latin American Citizens, LULAC's yearly Noche Mexicana presentation, which is a part of the now famous Washington birthday celebration. As time went by, Spanish music was evolving, And at the heart of the evolution was Luciano Duarte's Serenata Nocturna, a radio showcase for the best in Spanish music, thanks in part to station managers Bernie Jones and Bill Harrell. Luciano was faithfully able to serve as host of Serenata Nocturna for 32 years at KVOZ, serving from 7 to 10, Monday through Friday, bringing countless listeners of all ages a love for both traditional and contemporary Spanish music, which ranged from classic ballads of Agustin Lara and Pepe Guizar to the new sounds of the Onda Chicanas, Joe Bravo, Sonny Osuna, Little Joe, and musical standouts like René of Laredo, who had the first crossover bilingual hit entitled Angelito.
Me encontré un angelito que bajó del cielo azul. Yo pedí un angelito, corazón, llegaste tú.
In September of 1986, he moved to KLAR 1300 AM radio and assumed the role as Spanish music director. His hardcore listeners followed him to the new station, and he continued to dominate the listening Spanish radio market. In 1989, a new FM station, KJBZ Power 93, went online, and their program director, Jose the Bird Rodriguez, called on Luciano to help the new Tejano format impact on the local regional radio market.
Hola, ¿qué tal amigos? Les saluda el locutor número 2. Un saludo y felicidades a mi buen amigo Luciano Duarte. Te aventaste, Luciano, al locutor número 1, Luciano Duarte. Felicidades and congratulations for being inducted into the Hall of Fame, brother. You deserve it.
Energy is a quality Luciano has never lacked, for he kept going to school while working in radio and received his Bachelor of Science degree in bilingual education from Texas A&I at Laredo in 19th, thus becoming a school teacher. While going to school and working in radio, he also established the first recording studio in Laredo, Frontera Records, which was credited with recording the rondels Lo Mucho Que Te Quiero, a song later re-recorded by René y René.
Que supieras, vida mía, lo mucho que te quiero y que te adoro. Tú vives en mi pensamiento y ahora me arrepiento si yo te hice llorar.
His teaching career enabled him to fulfill his dream of being in a movie, as he had a small part in the movie Amor Chicano es para siempre. He owned his own record shop. He wrote and acted in a mini photonovela, and even participated in a radio soap opera. He has received many throughout the years, but his greatest joy has been seeing his granddaughters grow to enjoy the music he has treasured. In 1991, he retired from his teaching career, but he continues to be involved in community service, serving as Master of Ceremonies at various events. At 75, he enjoys his daily trip to his ranch, located 30 miles north of Laredo in Webb County. He continues to compose lyrics and play his guitar, and is even now trying to learn the saxophone. Congratulations, Luciano Duarte, Tejano Music Award recipient of the Lifetime Achievement Award.
En esta forma, queridos amigos, ponemos punto final a otro programa de su serie, programa Serenata Nocturna, una serenata para usted con música grabada. Esperamos su atención para el día de mañana, Dios mediante. Anunció su amigo y servidor, Luciano Duarte.